Hello, Mr. Muhammad.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry. Can you please close your camera and your microphone? Really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what's your name, sir?
Yes, Mr. Muhammad. This
So
is
what's
Ali
your name?
Ashur. Yeah, Ali
Oh,
Ashur.
oh, right. MashaAllah. I think you were in class last week as well.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. That's awesome.
yeah.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll start, Mr. Ali, in 2 minutes, inshallah.
Yeah, okay. I'm waiting.
Thank you. Which session were you in last week?
Yeah, some collocations, I think.
Oh, that was a long session. So how did you like it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, good. So which of the collocations we talked about do you remember?
Yeah.
But please, honestly speaking,
Yeah.
that was one of the collocations when we said honestly.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, honestly said,
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. I try to remember, yeah. It was the first day at school.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. So you went to work in the morning.
Yeah, it was a hectic day.
Hmm.
The day one at school in Egypt.
When does it start? Which day of the week?
Yeah, today.
Oh, it starts Saturday
Yeah,
is the first day of the week in Egypt.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it started today.
Yes. A
Ah,
lot
how
of
was your first day? Was it good?
yeah, yeah. It went well.
Okay. Happy to hear that. 10 long months to go. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So we have some people on Facebook watching, and we have Mr. Ali on Zoom as well. So let's kick a start. All right. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to 1 Minute Grammar. Gentlemen, today, as you can see, I'm going to talk to you about causative. So does anybody know what causative is? Anybody? We will get to know, all right? So let's see what I have for you today. Here is the first question. Let me minimize this. So which of these is or are right? We have about 7 sentences here. Let me read them out loud for you quickly, and then we will get to answer them. You answer them first, and then I will give you the answer. So A, I can't make the washing machine work. So is this right or wrong? Anybody? I'm looking at Facebook at the same time as well. Waiting for some answers. There's a lab, so it's going to take people on Facebook a bit of time to answer. So, Ms. Ali, what do you think? So
Correct.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. So here My friend on Zoom is saying it is correct. I don't know if people on Facebook will share the same opinion, whether they will take the same view. Let's read B. I can't make work the washing machine. And C. I can't make to work the washing machine. And D. I can't make working the washing machine. Now, all of these, as you can see, are on the same theme. So you need to figure out which is right, which is wrong. Then I'll read the last three. The rain made wet the grass. The rain made the grass wet. The rain made the grass be wet. Okay. So I'll give you a minute, and people on Facebook should know what the questions are now. So I'm waiting for an answer from you, and waiting possibly more people will join us on Zoom now. Okay. So write your answers on Facebook. I'm looking at it right now, and you can. Mr. Ali is the only person I have on Zoom now, so you can unmute yourself and answer should you wish. Okay, so let's see people on Facebook. Not yet. There's a lapse of about 30 seconds or so it's going to take people a while. So I will move on. So the answers are, as Mr. Ali said, A is right. B, C, D, E, and G are wrong, and F is right. So A and F are right. Now, let's get to understand why A and F are right and all the others are wrong. The answer, I showed you this book last time, and here it is again, this book, Practical English Usage. So if you go to third edition, if you go to section 355, 1 and 355, 3, the answer is stated here. This will take us to the question that I asked at the beginning of the session, which is, what is causative? Causative is when you are the reason for somebody to do something or for something to be done. That's causative. So when we say make the washing machine work, that's called causative. Okay. Now, let's read why A is right. Because when we use make plus object, the object here is the washing machine, because you made the washing machine, make the washing machine. So washing machine is the object. The object is a noun on which the action that receives the action. We need to have an infinitive here. So again, the structure of causative is make, and there are some other verbs, but let's stick to make today. So make, object, and then infinitive. Now let's read this. I can't make work. So it's the wrong order here. I can't make the washing machine work, not make work the washing machine, because again, causative is the word make plus the object and then the infinitive. Now, what is the mistake here then? What's the mistake? If I say I can't make to work the washing machine, what is the problem? The problem is the word to. Exactly. Because we said if you want to use causative, then you have to use infinitive. And of course, the order is wrong as well. So the order, the object should go after make, and there is no to. And if you look at this, again, this is wrong because this is an ing verb. So it shouldn't be here. It's in the present participle. So it shouldn't be here, right? It should be in the end, and it should be work. So I can't make the washing machine work. Now, how about this one here? Let me tell you from my book. We can talk about an effect or change with make, object, and then what we call the object complement, which is an adjective or a noun. So wet is an adjective. So I'll say that again. You can say make, and then object, and then an adjective. Now, in this case, we don't use be. So don't say the rain made the grass be wet. No, the rain made the grass wet, straight, without be. We don't choose be. Okay, so what's the problem here? So we know what the problem is here. We cannot have be here when we use causative like this. So what's the problem here in E? The rain made wet the grass. What's the problem? Anybody? On Facebook, not many people are answering. And I have quite a few people here on Zoom as well. And I would love if they answer my questions.
Okay, the word order.
Yes, exactly. Very good. It's the word order again. So the problem here is that you cannot have the adjective before the object. The object comes after the adjective. So the rain made wet the grass. No, the rain made the grass wet, just like this. The rain made the grass wet. So that is the first grammar question. Hopefully that was clear. I'll wrap it up real quick again for the people who joined late. When we say that we make something happen, that's called causative, and we use it this way: make something happen, make the washing machine work, like this. Okay. So here is a second question. What do we use here? Do we use the word first or do we use add first? I'll give you a minute to think. Space, beat the eggs, then pour the milk. They were very happy, space. Then they started having problems. And see, we lived there when we were space married. And D, space, I was very lonely, but I soon made lots of friends. Make is wrong. It should be made. Okay. 1 minute for you guys to think while I'm checking people on Facebook. Come on, people. Oh, God, it's taken forever on Facebook. Is like people are watching a minute ago. You gotta come on Zoom, guys. I have a lot of room for people to come and participate and attend. Okay.
Yeah, can I?
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah.
How are you,
Good evening.
Iman? Yes, we can hear you very
Fine.
well. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to give us the answer?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Number A.
Okay, A.
Yeah. First beat the eggs, then pour in the milk.
All right. So it's first, not at first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. We expect a lady to answer A, right? They're in the kitchen, you know, for most of the time, and she knows A. She knows very well A. Thank you, man. I'm joking. Okay. So maybe nobody wants to answer B because it has problems, and none of us want problems. So nobody wants to answer B.
B, I can see at first.
Okay, at first. So they were very happy at first. Then they started having problems. Okay. So here at first, any explanation from anybody on Facebook, on Zoom, as why in A it's first and then B it's at first. Anybody? What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think?
Can I share?
Oh, I'm
Okay,
getting
Mr. Muhammad, I
answers.
think for the
Yes.
yeah,
Go ahead.
yes, for the first sentence, I think we are talking about steps. So we start with first, then after that, finally, following some steps. But for B, I think we
I'm afraid we
okay.
lost you. Can you say that again?
Okay, for the sentence, the first sentence, we are talking about steps. We are following steps.
Okay.
Yeah, we are talking about for the second sentence about time. That what happened first in time, then what happened next in time.
All right. Okay. Now, Marwa on Facebook, she answered, mashallah, she answered all of them. She answered C and she wrote first here. And D as well, she answered and she wrote at first. Okay. So what do you think, guys? You agree with her?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. So you want to see whether your answers are right? Let's see. There you go. Absolutely right. All of you. So Iman answered the first one. Mr. Ali answered this one. And Marwa from Facebook answered the last two. Excellent job, guys. Okay. So let's see for my book section again. I'll show you the book again because I love this book. It's practical English usage. It's a must-have for teachers and English learners alike. And I'm not getting paid by them to, advertise for the book or anything. I just happen to love the book and I like to share beneficial resources with you guys. So let's see what my book reads. We use at first, the phrase at first, to talk about the beginning of a situation. So as you said, so it's like the beginning of something. To make, now listen to this, to make a contrast with something different that happens later on in the story. So when you say at first, the listener expects a but to come. They even stated here. They say at first is often followed by the word but. So here's the example. At first, they were very happy, but then things started going wrong. Okay, so at first, and then but comes later in the second clause. Now, in other cases, we usually prefer only first without at. For example, that's mine. I saw it first. You don't say I saw it at first, right? And we lived there when we were first married. So this one here, first here means in the early days of our marriage. And first, I want to talk about the history of the problem. Then I will outline the situation today, blah, 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 blah. So the speaker here didn't say at first, I will do so and so. She just said first. Okay, so to sum up here, the difference between first and at first is that, as you said, it's the beginning of the situation, and then we expect something to go wrong afterwards. So you say, at first we were happy, then, but if you're just talking about other things, you say first. So these were the two questions that I had for you today. And do you have any questions for me? Okay, right. So tomorrow we have another live session. It's 1 minute idioms. And after tomorrow, we have another session. It's 1 minute collocations. Try your best to be there. Looking forward to being with you again, guys. Thank you very much for coming.
At the same time, Mr.
Yes, 10 o'clock Mecca time. I'm currently in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. So 10 o'clock is suitable for me. Hopefully it is suitable for you as well in wherever you're talking to me from. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure. So do you have any questions about today's grammar, about causative, about any of the things that we talked about? All right. Shall we end the video then? All right, great. All right, guys. Thank you very much for being here on
Thank you.
Zoom. Thank you very much. All the people who came, Ali, Mohammed. Oh, look at this. My
Yeah,
best
it was me.
student in the world. Why
you.
were you quiet all the time?
You know,
Engineer Mohammed Hulel. was
Yeah, I
my
answered
student
B, by
in
the
the
way.
British Council. I'll give you the room to talk. Please introduce yourself.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
great.
I answered B, by the way.
Oh, you did. I did.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear. I didn't
Yeah,
hear.
it's okay. It's
Okay,
okay.
looking forward to seeing you tomorrow in tomorrow's session as well, and after tomorrow's session. You remember
Inshallah.
that's what I talked to you in the British Council about collocation. So here we
Yeah.
go, 3 sessions on collocations.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And thank you, EM, and thank you, Iman. Thank you all, guys, and
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. All right.
Inshallah.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam.